2024 has been one crazy year.
Dream guest on my podcast?
Hi, I'm Chai, and I wanted to make a video, so let's talk about all the games I played this year. The fun, the cozy, and the unforgettable. Early on in the year, I spent a lot of time playing old favorites like The Binding of Isaac and Fortnite, but I want to focus on the new games I played this year, which totaled to just about 30 games. But before we jump into the list, I want to mention something I found out this year. Everybody knows about the PS Plus free monthly games, but did you know that the Epic Store also has free games every week? And this isn't an ad, by the way. It's just that a ton of the games that we're going to talk about today came from the free weekly Epic Games. Now, once a week, I hop on just to see what free games they're offering, and I often find something worth checking out. These aren't all cheap shovelware games either, they're actually giving out deals here. In fact, between PS Plus and the Epic Store, I only spent about $70 on new games this year. But there's a lot to get to, so let's jump into it. And make sure you stick around to the end to see what my top 3 favorite games of the whole year are. So I started my year with a ton of cozy games. There were plenty of mediocre games I played like Cheeky Chooks, Alpaca Stacka, and Tuconi, but there were 2 games that really stuck out. First was a free Epic game I got called Doors Paradox. It's a 3D puzzle game with a simple goal: simply open the door. But you have to navigate the space and figure out the various puzzles to systematically unlock the doors. You know, one puzzle unlocks pieces for the next and so on until you finally open the door. Each level has a cute theme and overall looks really nice and plays smoothly. There's some collectibles that you can go back to find if you miss them. There are plenty of levels and it took me a couple days to make it through the whole game, but it was time well spent. Next up, I want to talk about the highly rated, anticipated, cel-shaded, okay, I'm done, Rollerdrome. It was one of the best PS Plus games early this year and it had me hooked for a minute. It's a game where you rollerblade your way through these beautiful levels while trying to take out the enemies. As you're blading around, you perform tricks to increase your score as well as your ammo. You're fitted with an array of different weapons that are better for different enemies. This game was a lot of fun. It's fast, it's pretty, and the high speed made everything just feel amazing to control. And getting the perfect dodge felt good every time. The only downside is that it's hard. There's a huge difficulty curve that will definitely lead to many attempts and possibly a rage quit or two. But despite that, it was a very cool game that you should go check out. Oh, sorry. Those 2 were good, but neither kept me coming back every morning like the next game. I would wake up and grab my Switch to start playing even before making my morning coffee. Of course, I'm talking about Stardew Valley. What else is there to say about Stardew that hasn't already been said? It's the perfect cozy farming game where you plant, harvest, explore, collect, make friends, maybe more, and it has the perfect game loop to keep you coming back and back and back. The graphics are charming, the music is cozy, and it has my girl Abigail. If you want to hear more about why I loved Stardew and cozy games in general, go check out this video. March ended up being a great month for games. I played 5 different noteworthy games, and we'll start with Word Factory. In this cute puzzle game, you forge letters starting with just an I. You can bend, flip, rotate, and merge all of the different shapes to make more letters, then use those letters to build words. Of course, with some satisfying sounds just for that extra touch. It's a pretty cool concept, and there's even a mode where you can make your own words. And yes, you can. Next, I have Escape Simulator. It's another 3D puzzle game where you have to open a door, but this one lets you roam the area and search around the environment, and you can pick up and examine pretty much anything. So if you want to spend your whole time picking up all the trash, I won't judge. It really does feel like an escape room with puzzles that give clues and pieces for other puzzles. There's tons of community puzzles to check out too, and it has VR support. This one is definitely worth picking up for any puzzle lovers out there. Then I played the wonderfully cute Minami Lane. This is a small city simulator. Well, more of a street simulator. You manage a small peaceful road with boba cafes, ramen shops, stores, and more. You control the prices, recipes, and how many people move in, and ultimately try to get as much profit every day while not upsetting the residents with prices that are too high. Dang, inflation's hitting us all. While fairly simple in its gameplay, its charming colors and atmosphere made it a great little experience. Continuing with charming games, I played Donut County. On top of its cute characters and fun color palette, it comes with a funny story and surprisingly witty achievements. It's simple. You control a hole in the ground and make everything fall into it. As you collect more stuff, the hole gets bigger. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that one. But I do wish it was a bit longer, as I finished it in about 2 sessions. But if that's what you're looking for, short, sweet, and simple, this is a great one. The last game from March is a little to the left. You've probably seen this floating around as the OCD gamer's perfect game, or the cure for those who love to organize and tidy, and let me tell you, it is. It has tons of puzzles about organizing various household objects and a few cameos of a curious little friend. Get out of here! It's as cute as it is satisfying. It's everything it promises to be. In short, if you think you might like a game like this, you probably will. Ready for my hot take of the year? Although this game is regarded as one of gaming's more recent masterpieces by pretty much everybody, I can honestly say that Journey is not good. I won't say I hated playing it, but I almost hated playing it. I'll start off with what was good though. My favorite part was, of course, the music. It blends the music with the changes in the environment and brings in the different stems at the perfect times. It really helped build an atmosphere, which all stems from the very pretty environment. The colors that were used in the different sections of the game can really draw out certain emotions, and although simple, they look really good. And now onto why I don't like the game. Journey is one long, never-ending walking simulator that you're told you must love. It went on and on and on, with absolutely nothing to do. No puzzles, no real navigation, and the wordless story was just not engaging or interesting to me. You just walk around and look at the scenery. And it's so directionless that the one mechanic that the game has, the scarf, I didn't even understand until the very end of the game. The whole time I thought collect some paper and then you can jump for some reason. I had no idea that the length of the scarf had to do with anything. And during my playthrough, I met 2 NPCs that turned out to be actual players, but I had no idea. I thought they were just some sort of help silhouettes that appeared because I was taking too long in a certain section. During my 90-minute playthrough, I probably spent at least 40 minutes begging the game to just please end. If you want engaging gameplay, don't pick this one up. People say you had to be there to really enjoy it when it came out, and I guess, maybe, but I just don't know. After that disappointment, I was very happy to spend the summer playing some more puzzle games. Light Maze, a free fun puzzle game. It's short, but an easy 100%. Electude, a free fun puzzle game. It's short, but an easy 100%. 20 Small Puzzles, a free fun puzzle game. It's short, but an easy 100%. But this one has some more unique puzzles and does stand out among these 3. I also played Freshly Frosted, another epic free weekly game. I'm telling you, start checking these out. It's not an entirely new concept, but it's a cute game where you create a factory line to make donuts by adding the ingredients in the correct order. It's fun and has a pretty good difficulty curve, and some of the puzzles can get out of control. Very cute and delicious. This brings me to my slow end of the year. There were 3 games that stood out. The first is Spirit in the Mouse. It's not super action-packed, but it's a heartwarming story about a mouse that teams up with an electricity spirit called Lumion. They work together to restore the power back to a small French town after a storm wiped it out. You platform your way through the town, collecting various sparks and completing small puzzles and mini-games. The mouse is determined to make all of the residents happy by restoring the power back to their homes and businesses. It's a little bit of platforming, a little bit of mini-gaming, and it's kind of a collectathon if that's your thing. I don't know if I'd spend $20 on it, but maybe add it to your wish list and see if it goes on sale sometime. The next was Toem. This unique adventure gives you a camera as your only tool to help you along your way. You use the camera to help townspeople and explore around. It has a cool hand-drawn art style, a simple story, and a lot of tasks to complete. And for some reason, everybody in this game is crazy. It was fun going around snapping photos of everything I saw just to try to fill up my whole album. It's short, but a good time for sure. Snakebird was a surprise when I saw it was one of the free games because I've been wanting to give this one a try. It's a challenging puzzler that's extremely good at teaching you to think outside the box and learn new methods. Just collect the fruits, get to the portal, and don't get stuck. After I figured out a solution I had been stuck on for a few minutes, it often left me thinking, duh. Quick resets and undos make it feel very low risk, and the faces the Snakebirds make are so cute. I feel like this is a good one to open up every once in a while to solve a few puzzles here and there. Currently, I just downloaded and am playing Bus Simulator and Slime Rancher. I haven't played enough of the Bus Simulator to give it a fair rating, but simulators are always fun, and so far it has yet to disappoint. What is it about mundane tasks that are so fun to do in games? I've wanted a working turn signal in GTA since Vice City, and while Slime Rancher is fun and very cute, I'm waiting for it to really hook me. It just hasn't yet, but I'm not giving up. But now that I've gone through all of these games, I think it's time to talk about my top 3 favorite games of the year. While I enjoyed most of the games I played, there are 3 that really stood out and I'll remember for a very long time. First up, we have Moving Out. Wait. I know it may not seem like much, but Moving Out was instantly one of my favorites. If you're looking for a fun party game to play with your friends, this is it. You can tell from the tutorial that it's gonna be silly, it's gonna be fun, and you're definitely gonna be moving. It has everything you want: wacky physics, funny characters and jokes, easy mechanics, tons of goals, and it's packed with a banging soundtrack. I got a friend to play it with me, and we had a blast just laughing at all of the stupid stuff you can do. You can try to work together or just be a nuisance to each other by stealing their boxes, getting in their way, and of course slapping the shit out of each other. I got it when it was a free weekly game, but I would happily pay the $25 for it. Next is a weird one. This game may not seem like much on the surface, but it just hit me. It's called Arcade Paradise. When you first start playing, it plays a lot like Laundromat Simulator. You play as Ashley, a 19-year-old girl who's tasked with running the family laundromat. But as you quickly get tired of throwing loads in the washers, picking up trash, and pulling gum off the tables, you start to notice the profits that the old arcade machines your sister bought are bringing in. After asking your dad to focus on the arcade and being denied, you secretly start buying more games to put in the back of the laundromat. As you get more money, you start to grow the arcade until you barely even run a laundromat anymore, much to Dad's chagrin. Arcade Paradise is filled with a ton of unique games, and each of the games are playable and have their own scoreboards and goals. Everything in this game is hilariously reminiscent of old arcade games, even cleaning the toilet. For each of the games, you're also in charge of the difficulty and the pricing to try to make the most profit for the arcade. It's a great blend of time management, simulator game, arcade game, nostalgia, and a pretty good teen angst story. And I'm not gonna lie, it really had me wanting to buy a laundromat. It may have to do with me being the exact demographic the game was made for, but Arcade Paradise is amazing. Now time for my favorite game of the year. If you've watched my video about maps or cozy games, I don't think this will come as a huge surprise. My favorite game of 2024 was Firewatch. In this game, you play as Henry, who was just hired as the fire lookout for a national park in Wyoming. You're tasked with walking the trails, picking up litter, and dealing with any shenanigans that may be going on. Your only communication outside of your shack is through a radio where you talk with another fire lookout in another tower.
I know I can get a little pushy, putting you on the spot about why you're out here and stuff.
At first, feeling trepidation about sharing too much, it evolves into a wonderful friendship as she helps you with your daily tasks and unwind with banter at the end of each day.
It doesn't seem that dangerous. Whoa! Oh, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
God damn it.
It explores the depth a friendship can have over time, the good and the bad.
What can I do
And
for
the
you?
voice acting is definitely up to par. I won't spoil too much about the story, but it really hit me hard because this year I've been going through some family stuff that was pretty similar to what Henry was going through. But on top of all of this was the map and compass in the game. In the menu, there's a small option to turn off showing your location on the map, which I'm so glad I did because it led to an amazing experience of actually using the map and compass just like you would in real life, which you don't see too often in games. It let me explore the area in a more natural way. I was able to visualize and understand the environment because I was actually learning the map instead of just looking for icons. I really love maps and looking at the beauty of them, so this was right up my alley. It was perfectly executed and allowed me to get just the right amount of lost. Mix that with the absolute heartwarming story, and it's left me with an experience I will not soon forget.
Wait, he's looking at you? Is he doing anything else?
I don't think so.
Henry, there's something someone should have told you about this area.
What is it?
It's outside.
Come on.
The whole thing. And people come and go as they please. It's madness.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
Look, bumping into someone in the middle of nowhere is part of the fun.
I do find it pretty funny looking back that my favorite and least favorite games of the year were both walking simulators. But that's it. That was my 2024 in gaming. Not too bad for only spending $70. Seriously, go start checking out the free Epic Games. Let me know if you have any recommendations for me to play in 2025, and also let me know which of these games was your favorite. I'll see you next time, and whatever you do, if you're looking for a clicker idle game, don't install Zelda Singularity. Just don't. Bye!